Excellency William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, Excellency Workina Gabeyo, Executive Secretary of the IGAD, respected representatives of the Sudanese Armed Forces and the Rapid Support Forces, honorable members of the international community, ladies and gentlemen. It is almost 12 weeks since intense fighting erupted in the Republic of the Sudan between the Sudanese armed forces and the Rapid Support Forces. We're gathered here today to take stock of developments in this unfolding crisis, which continues to deeply concerning as time passes. We also come together today to point a way forward that will stop the current devastation and clear a path towards attaining durable cessation of hostility in the Sudan. Hostilities that worryingly began in densely populated centers of Khartoum have now spread across the country, triggering a number of related incidents. We are witnessing the internal displacement of more than 2 million people and more than 500,000 fleeing to neighboring countries. Widespread looting and crime against civilians is being reported due to the ongoing violent conflict. The immediate humanitarian situation itself is quite dire, while the future of the country and that of its great people is greatly threatened. Excellencies, regionally, the consequences of a protracted conflict in the Sudan will be grave for neighboring countries. The Horn of Africa is still coping from the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, from repeated droughts and climate change-induced problems, as well as from the effects of the Russia-Ukraine crisis. The conflict is set to further fuel the threat of terrorism within the region by thriving on the weakening governance and security system of the Sudan. Many illegal non-state actors vying to exploit the current instability will aggravate an already shaky situation for the Horn region and the Sahel. Hence, the continued instability of Sudan is without a doubt a great threat to our region. At the global level, the appetite for and focus on the Sudan crisis is distracted by other competing crises. Therefore, it's incumbent upon us and the IGAD to take the lead in resolving the conflict in Sudan in concerted effort with the African Union and the wise people of the Sudan. Our gathering under the auspices of the IGAD during its 14th ordinary session provided some momentum towards resolving this crisis. While it may not be a perfect process and face some challenges, it is nevertheless the most viable option for parties to the conflict to utilize to their benefit. The well-being of the people of Sudan and the stability of this great nation needs to be the guiding light for both sides. A zero-sum approach to this delicate situation will inevitably lead to mutual destruction and the complete obliteration of the Sudan. Surely, no side in the conflict wants this. Ethiopia continues to strongly believe in the capability and wisdom of the Sudanese parties to come to a peaceful resolution so long as external actors are not involved in fueling the conflict. We reiterate that multiple, simultaneous, competing and sometimes conflicting peace initiatives needs to be avoided. Alignment of other mechanisms with existing regional initiatives is of paramount importance. Ethiopia encourages and calls upon those in conflict to open a direct channel of communication under the patronage of the peace process quartet formed during the IGAD Assembly of Heads of State and Government before the situation spiraled further out of control. As neighbors and sisterly countries with intertwined fates that are destined to grow and thrive together or decline into the abyss, I add my personal voice emphasizing to both sides that now is the moment for reasoning, the time to put one's self-pride aside and come to the table. Any later, and all parties to the conflict become complicit in destabilizing the entire region. In conclusion, I strongly believe you are all leaders who would like to deal with hope and not complete despair and destruction. The way forward should not be stonewalling every effort proposed to overcome our predicament. As you all know, we are in a very difficult situation. We should look for a way to resolve it, not to create obstacles. We shall therefore seize this occasion to come up with tangible outcomes that will pull us out of this crisis. We owe it to the people of the Sudan and to the future of our region. I thank you.